Batman is beginning all over again with the latest DLC for Arkham Origins. The Initiation DLC pack has emerged from the shadows, offering 4 new single-player challenge maps that also include new story content. It's similar to the first act of Batman Begins, with Bruce Wayne traveling to Asia to become a ninja before taking the mantle of the Dark Knight. Players will get to test their martial arts abilities against different enemies, and they'll also get 2 new character skins, Initiation Bruce Wayne and Vigilante Bruce Wayne. The Initiation map pack is available now. Warner Brothers may be looking to turn yet another heroic DC Comics property into a TV series. Thanks to the success of Arrow, the studio is already developing several new shows set in the DC universe, including The Flash and the detective drama Gotham. Now, Bleeding Cool reports that Warner's is developing a live-action show based on the animated series Young Justice. The show focuses on a group of teenage superheroes like Nightwing, Superboy, and Miss Martian, who serve as younger counterparts to the members of the Justice League. The animated series recently finished its 2nd season, and the characters also appear in the new video game Young Justice Legacy. No official announcements about the live-action adaptation have been made, so take this with a strong dose of skepticism until that changes. Speaking of DC on the small screen, this week's episode of Arrow features the first appearance of guest star Grant Gustin as Barry Allen, also known as The Flash. He'll appear in several more episodes this season, but he won't be donning the red and yellow superhero costume until his own spin-off series runs onto the airwaves next fall. For now, he's just a quirky young police scientist working with Oliver Queen. I hope you're hungry like the wolf for new Warhammer games. Get ready for Warhammer 40,000 Space Wolf, a new free-to-play game in the long-running series. It combines turn-based tactical combat with virtual card battles, which should be familiar to anyone who's played the traditional Warhammer tabletop games. Space Wolf will howl on the PC as well as iOS and Android devices this spring. That's not the only new Warhammer game on the way. British developer Eutechnics has announced Warhammer 40,000 Storm of Vengeance. It's described as a lane strategy game, similar to their last title, Ninja Cats vs. Samurai Dogs. It's also expected to hit Earth next spring. Ben Stiller has come a long way from Blue Steel, Le Tigre, and Magnum. The famed actor, writer, and director is being immortalized with a handprint in front of the Chinese Theater in Hollywood. The honor comes just a few weeks before the release of Stiller's latest project, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. In the film, he plays a daydreamer who escapes his boring life by disappearing into his own fantasy world filled with heroism, romance, and action. And if playing the lead wasn't enough, Stiller also serves as director, making this his 5th time behind the camera on a feature film.
You always wish you had somebody there directing you. You know, I always wish that I was like best friends with Alfonso Cuarón or somebody that come on the set and give me some tips while I'm acting. It gets a little lonely sometimes, but you kind of have to bracket it a little bit and you try things and give yourself a break as an actor and not be too tough on yourself as a director.
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty will go into wide release on Christmas Day. And you'll finally be able to start playing PS3 games on the PS4 next year. Sony has announced that the Gaikai game streaming service will launch in North America in 2014, allowing users to instantly stream PS3 titles from the cloud without downloading them locally. Think of it as Netflix for games, and since the PS4 isn't backwards compatible with PS3 discs, this is a much-needed feature. There's no word yet on what specific PS3 titles will be available through Gaikai, but expect more details closer to launch. You don't need to have Jedi powers to see what's going on behind the scenes of Star Wars Episode 7. As the new film gets closer and closer to shooting, Disney and Lucasfilm have launched the first official Star Wars Instagram account. You can expect cool photos from the production to start popping up in the coming months, but for now, there's just a few photos from the older films and a selfie from the Dark Lord himself, Darth Vader. There's no word yet if Vader or his Jedi alter ego, Anakin Skywalker, will appear in the new film, although at least some of his offspring are expected to be back.
If that is your destiny,